Hello, everyone. This is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket. And if you've been following our channel, you know that we've gotten the chance to interview some of the contestants from Race to Survive New Zealand this year. And today we're joined with Nick, who made it to the top three of the competition. That last episode was crazy. Nick, how was it actually like watching it all back again? 50 days or 40 days, 150 miles, nuts. Like watching those episodes, how did that make you feel? What did that bring you back to?
Just extreme pain and suffering. And getting to remember those days, it's good. It's good because it definitely it helps because you remember what you went through, and now whatever you're doing now, it makes it seem that much more easier, right? So it's good. It's pretty fun to be watching that, to be re-experiencing that, and yeah.
And that last episode, I could definitely tell that you were struggling and like to keep motivating, but like Kennedy was also like really supporting you. Like, what was it like supporting each other and like pushing each other to finish, especially on that last day?
It was hard. It was hard. We were both super run down. We didn't take the ration in the time trials, so we screwed ourselves, and we didn't have food. And basically, it was like, you know, coming into the cave, we were fresher, and then once we zipped out of there, it was like gas. She just kept the pressure, and I just followed her, and we killed it. But once we got once we started climbing in elevation, very easily we started losing energy fast because it was boom 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 boom, and that was a big part of why we chose not to take the route that all the other teams did because of that 40-50% grade. I was like, no way, this is going to kill us, we don't have the food. And so we went to the other route where we did get food, and took the mountain pass, which was a lot more, it was easier. It was, that's all it was. We took the route that we had to because it was straight up easier, and we got food out of it. Once we dropped into that jungle, that 500-meter patch of crazy bush, because it was bush on an angle, and it was not a good situation. So
Yeah.
that part was basically what took our motivation, took our souls. And then once we got into the bowl, it was the jugging of the rope. That one was like basically on zero. I think I had 1% left when I did that. Then I literally had zero. And then once we got off the abseil and started going towards the end, it was like I got 0-0. But it's just like, okay, we're going, like we'll get there. And yeah, it was exactly what is shown, absolute misery. So
Well, I gotta ask then because I was not expecting a cave at all. Like, how was the cave moment? Was it a lot of time? Like, I know they show the time on the show, but like I'm really interested in this and like how that actual part was.
caves are super weird for
Yeah.
me. I hate caving. So, but we went in, and it was shorter for us than I'm sure it's shown on TV, just because we're in a race mode. But it was cool. It was cool because now it's like I also did not expect a cave and then 9,000 feet of elevation increase. I expected a mountain at the end, but I didn't expect that sick, but whatever. So, but once you're in the cave, it was awesome because like nobody really knows what the hell's going on. So you see this team darting over there, you see this team darting over there, and like, but they're going over there. I'm like, I don't really care because like, who says Tyree and Ethan are like cave experts? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like spearheading, like I don't care. I'm going straight, left, straight. I'm just doing what I want to do. Like none of these people have any experience, so like that part to me was super fun because I'm like, okay, like we might be able to like pull something off here, and we did. It
Right,
was
right.
awesome. It was just like this way. And she's like, "Are you freaking sure?" And it was like, "Just me," and which was something that I'd said from last episode, which was basically like that's remember the guys like just trust me, and then they screw off, and then they don't even they basically lose because of that moment. Well, this
Right.
was opposite. This was like just trust me, and boom, it was like first. As soon as she saw first light, she was like backpack and go, and that's when it was. But so that part was awesome, especially like I love it throughout the race. There were moments where like teams catch up to us and they're like, how are you ahead of us?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like it's such a mental trick because you're like, you guys aren't fast, and we're like, we're not, man. We just pull levers. In reality, next thing you know, we're here. It was cool. It was cool.
Awesome. Nick, I got a couple minutes left, so I'm going to try to fit in a few more questions. First of all, what were your thoughts about having or knowing that you had to forage for food and especially that sheep moment? Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, like the foraging for food was like my worst, like that was my weakness, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Kennedy did very well in that regard, but like it's very hard, 5 to 7 days or however long the survival camps were, I can't remember. But yeah, like we got to really know your stuff. Like Tyree and Ethan knew their stuff when it came to survival, so they were fine. But like, yeah, we struggled on that. So when we were in head, we were in that race, and everybody else was ahead of us, and just see some like you see sheep on a hill, you're like, well, let's like tag one, like screw it. And it was like nothing. I was like, okay, like we ran it down, no problem. Like killing it was no problem. Like you just tap tap, and then
Yeah.
put the meat in your bag and go. So that everything went because I was hungry. I was just like, I don't care. Like if I got to kill a
Yeah.
sheep, if I got to kill a hen, like, it's all dying. Sorry, it's just the way it is.
It
I'm
is. Yeah.
hungry.
Final question. What's your relationship with Kennedy now? And also, do you keep in contact with any other competitors from the show?
Me and Kennedy, great friends. She works in Canada. I'm obviously in Europe, and with some of the other RTS people, yeah, on Instagram, nothing crazy, just here and there. We send some messages. So
Yeah. Very cool. I literally could talk to you for an hour. I think this experience must have been so cool. It looks like, and I hope you had a great time on the show, but thank you so much for just the time you gave us today. It was really, really great to watch your team. Y'all were so entertaining, but also so motivating. Man, that last episode was actually kind of emotional. So it was
it
crazy.
was emotional, man.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like we're at the end. I was just like, I always knew we'd be at the end, but I was like, man, this is cool. Like, so yeah, it was pretty crazy. There's not a lot left in the tank, and when there's not a lot left in the tank, people really show who they are because there's
Yes.
nothing. We're like, I don't care. Like, just get to the end. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time. Again, this is Craig versus Hollywood Junket. We've got some other interviews from the show, so please check them out. But Nick, congratulations on an amazing opportunity and an experience. And yeah, have a great day. Thank you.
Right on.